All right, I guess you guys seen the title, and this is the special interview reaction video I wanted to do. It's a Demetrius Andrade doing an on the phone interview with Corner Men Radio. The Corner Men Radio, I'll link the interview in the description. Please go over there and show that brother some love, them brothers some love. You know, the links in the description. Subscribe, man. They coming, man. It was a good interview, dude. Definitely, the interviewer definitely had the vibe that I like to interview. It was more of a, you know, sit on the couch, you know, have a brew, chop it up type of interview. You know, he definitely knew what he was doing, but you know, he definitely stroked Demetrius Andrade's ego a little bit as well to get him to open up. I don't know if that was on purpose or, you know, or not. But, you know, Demetrius Andrade, I'm just gonna point out some things he said in there. You know, he spoke about the Jermell Charlo situation. He said that the reason he walked away from a career high from Jermell Charlo was because of the Roc Nation situation. Roc Nation promised to pay him exactly what Al Heyman was going to pay him to face Jermell Charlo, which is like $500,000. That was a career high for him. And he said he believed Roc Nation and all of this. And, you know, long story short, he ended up suing Roc Nation. Then he said he came back in February to face Jermell Charlo. He fought Vanes Monterosa. He said, I put the contract on Instagram or on the internet somewhere showing that I signed. Yeah, you idiot. Once you go through all the paperwork, fool, and these guys spend money drawing this contract up, and you walk away from a career high payday to go take money from Roc Nation to not go fight nobody, nobody's messing with you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to mess with you, Demetrius Andrade. You wasted these guys' time. You wasted a fight date. You wasted contract. It take money to produce these contracts. You've been bull jiving for too long, so of course he's not gonna give you another shot. You don't have a belt. You got stripped. You know what I'm saying? Well, I wasn't a champion this time. Like, dude clearly got some mental lapses going, man. Even listen to this interview, man. You know, and then going back, you know, he was like, yeah, I know Jamal called you out, and I don't, you know, this and that. You know, the interviewer, and he said, I mean, you know, you got beef with Jermell. Would you go back down to 54 to fight him? No, you know, I'm at 160. I do catch weight and all this. You know what I'm saying? I just, he tells him, you know, you're the mandatory for Billy Joe Saunders, and he said, oh, you know what, man, I'm gonna need 2 fights, man. You know, at least 2 fights or 3 fights, I think he said, to get back into the mix, man. You know, these guys have been fighting twice or 3 times a year. People have been seeing them. I need to tune up 2 or 3 times. Like, dude. Tune up. You don't deserve a tune up. You've been bull jiving. You know what I'm saying? He been bull jiving, man. So why do you need a tune up, Demetrius Andrade? You fought in last March. You fought in October. I mean, your whole career has been a tune up. You've been tuning up your whole career. You know, anybody trying to hear no excuses? And it sounded like he might be off his HBO deal or something, because he was calling out to fight on Showtime or something, according to the interview. Listen up to the interview, though. It's about 30-something minutes long, so it's good for a workout, a ride to the car, a ride in the car to commute to work. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, he's still saying, I need to tune up for Billy Joe Saunders. He about to be the mandatory, bro. So you gonna need 2 or 3 fights. They gonna just blow you, put you back down the rankings, and then you got to build yourself back up. You know, you've been inactive, and they still getting WBO, still messing with you, dog. They still messing with Demetrius Andrade, bro. Even if you've been inactive. And he goes on, before I get into more of the meat of the conversation, going on and say, well, you know, Charlo fighting guys with, you know, 1 leg, and, you know, I'm done calling these guys out. I'm trying to make the effort and stuff of that nature. You know, I'm fighting undefeated fighters. Bro, Jack Colcloud, man, he ain't nobody. Alantez Fox, bro, he hadn't did nothing. So stop hiding behind the facts saying you coming back and you fighting undefeated fighters, bro. You fighting guys that people didn't even know exist in the boxing community, especially the casual boxing community. So don't try to hide and say, I'm still coming back taking people O's. And you come back fighting these guys, you're not even knocking these guys out. You're supposed to knock these guys out. And you're not even knocking guys out. And you got hurt versus Alantez Fox. And then he goes on to say about the Derevchenko situation. Well, they wanted me, I had to rest and recover. And they wanted me to come back in 5 or 6 weeks. I don't know any fighter in history in the last 20 years that just had so little time to train for Derevchenko. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. I'm just listening to him like, you was just such a punk bitch. I'm sorry. How can I ever root for a guy that's so soft and timid? You know? Oh, I couldn't fight Derevchenko, man. Oh no. I was injured. I had to recover. And I'm just sitting here listening like, man, this shit is like some Oprah soap opera shit, man. Just making excuses and excuses. You about to be the mandatory for Billy Joe Saunders. You still talking about I need two or three fights to tune up for him. And then I'm ready for any champion out here. And if you're also wondering about, his promotional, free agency, he says that, he want to go with anybody that can give him the best opportunity. He said for Star Promotion and Banner Boxing, he says he feel like his name is switched back from Toby to Kunta. He said he feel like he was a slave in that deal. So at the end of the day, he said he didn't like the work that Star and Banner Boxing was doing. But I guess after the Rock Nation thing fell out, you read up with Star and Banner, Two different promotional companies though working together. He said, I feel like I'm Kunta again. My name not Toby no more. But you read up with them, man. Legitimately, you read up with those companies to keep promoting you, dog. So you continue to make bad situations. You continue to make the same mistakes. Say you need to tune up and all this. You a guy that had a 3-fight deal with HBO, only fought once so far. Legitimately, only fought once. And then he goes back to more BS. The Yamaguchi Falcoa fight, okay? He says that, they just couldn't produce the right paperwork. The paperwork wasn't right for the fight. We wasn't happy with the paperwork and the deal. I'm going on HBO to fight a Golden Boy fighter. I didn't feel comfortable with that. That fighter was undefeated. Maybe in the future, if they get the paperwork right and the stuff right, I can come back and fight Falcoa. But I'm not fighting Falcoa July 21st. The paperwork wasn't right. Basically saying that he didn't feel secure or safe with going on HBO and fighting Yamaguchi Falcoa because he was going on a Golden Boy card and he was scared he was gonna get robbed. That's basically what he was saying. He said the same thing about Jermell Charlo. Oh, if the paperwork right, the paperwork wasn't right, and I did this, I did that. I'm just like, man, dude really is a nutcase, bro. I can't see him getting back in the mix, man. After listening to this interview, Doug, he got an opportunity to fight Billy Joe Saunders and be the mandatory for the belt. And he's still talking about I need to tune up. He ducked the Falcoa fight, talking about the paperwork wasn't right and they didn't do things right or they did things incorrect. But for him, why is he always the only fighter that I hear talking about the paperwork not right, the money not right? I need to tune up. Oh, I'm inactive and I gotta, I need to fight and be in the public eye. Then I'm ready to fight anybody. He been saying this shit for the last 5 years, fam. The last 5 years, this guy been saying this, man. I need to tune up. I need to get back. He ain't did it yet. So at the end of the day, dude dead to me in the sport of boxing, man. Don't forget me in the Colossal Sports Talk and Colossal Sports TV and the Cali and then we got the new college sports channel popping off. The link in the description. We're talking college football and basketball. Already dropped a little bit of heat. And once a week, we'll be talking about the state of college basketball and football when each respective season starts. Also, you need to get in touch with the Boxing Clinic, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. DM me their video request or you got a question or anything personal, that ain't weird. Hit me up there. Also, a business email there for, collaborations or business ventures or partnerships. There's in the description. You want to donate. The PayPal link is there as well. And also, with all of that in there, the full interview from the Cornerman Radio. Please subscribe to those brothers' channels. That brother did an excellent job interviewing Demetrius Andrade. He had a good feel to it as well. So go over there and subscribe to the homie. All the links in the description that you need that I spoke on. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know we upload and go live. Y'all know what it is.